Alright guys, welcome back. So this is part 3, and I'm not saying the final part because actually after I review this thing, you guys know I'm supposed to be painting it. So I do plan on showing you guys, um, or recording myself I guess, touching up on this guy. So right where we are now is we're going to be doing the waist and the legs, obviously. So as for the first two videos, I'm going to show you guys where I am and where you need to paint. Now one thing I noticed, and you all know, if you all build SDs, super deforms, you all know that there should at least be some part that has some kind of hollowness to it, and you know it's very common among super deforms. And if you think it's ugly, then okay, maybe super deforms aren't for you. But then again, you know they're always meant to be for the younger audiences and for those who actually have a higher skill level of modeling, where you can actually fill in these hollow pieces. Now, the hollow piece, the only probably let me yeah, probably the only hollow pieces, except for obviously the hands. They're usually never not hollow. Um, it's right here in the legs. Now, the entire freaking leg is hollow, so that could bother some of you guys, but it doesn't bother me because the majority of this kit is black, so we'll see how it blends in with everything else once the whole kit is completed. Now, the areas you need to that you need to paint. I could show you guys the manual, but I'd rather just show you guys the high grade. Now, as you can see, there's this red trim that goes along the bottom of the front of the this little instep garters. We still don't know what it's called, foot guard, I guess. So you need to go over a trim there, and also there's this little, very small diamond shaped piece of detail right there, and that's supposed to be this right here. Actually, no, there's two of them. The one I just pointed out is not the one you're supposed to paint red. The one that's inside, I don't know if you can see it, but it's on the inner side of the curve right there. That needs to be painted red. That's going to be quite a challenge. Now, the good thing about these legs, I guess, even though they are hollow, the trim where it's supposed to be red still goes all the way around. So you still would want to paint that. Now on the sides, it's that same light purple color that this comes in. Well, maybe it's a little bit lighter than the high grade version, but it's, you know, it's what it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint that. Actually, I'm gonna show you the color, if I can. Actually, you know what? Never mind. It's not near me at all. So I'll show you guys later on. But I do have this. It's either this color. It's this color in the bottle, but you guys know colors. Sometimes they turn out darker once you paint it on something. So anyway, the sides right there, also the sides here need to be painted that same color, and nothing really in the back. But you know, I think the legs need a lot of small detail attention and need a fine tip brush or maybe even a toothpick to apply some paint. So anyway, I'm gonna start building this thing now. One thing I do like about the feet though is that it still has what the high grade can do with its feet, where the front part of the feet can rotate. Now, for the super deformed, to be able to do that in the super deformed, you can kind of see that it does it a little bit. I don't think it's supposed to, but you pull it out just a little bit, and it's still enough for the peg to sit in the polycap, and you can still get that same amount of articulation. You can basically rotate the foot 360, and hopefully this will allow for very nice poses when you want to pose the super deform. So anyway, start building this thing. Also, there's a couple pieces on the waist that you need to paint as well. Sorry guys, no music today. Alright, so where you need to paint, there's also a red trim that needs to be painted here on the side skirts. You see the panel right there? And also there's I guess a thruster, you can call it, in the crotch that needs to be painted red as well, like so. And the battery is gonna die, so I'm gonna pause real quick and continue on. I'm actually pretty impressed, given that was the same two batteries that I used for the past two or three videos. It actually lasted, so that was pretty impressive. But the focus is pretty ugly. What the hell happened? Okay. So yeah, trim right here on the sides need to be red, and then crotch piece. There's a vent in there, I need to paint red. How does it say it's supposed to do this? Okay. And that just sits there, yes. Oh, this too actually needs to be painted the darker purple, so you know it's good that it's loose because I can just easily remove it and take and just paint it and stuff. Okay. The back part of the feet luckily don't need any painting from what I can tell. So that's the deal, guys. Whenever I get the chance, or whenever I feel motivated enough to paint the Sergei's Tier and Tatsi, there's parts of it that I actually would like to keep as is, especially the chest. Like I don't like the yellow on the chest plates, so I'm probably gonna opt not to. I'm missing a polycap. I'm so missing a polycap. That is great. Polycap, and hopefully I have a replacement, and no I don't. That is great. I'm gonna pause real quick. Alright, so apparently someone was here, and this was my little cousin, and he lost, or he kind of hit everything over, and one of the pieces that I lost was the polycap. Now luckily we have extras, so it's really a good thing to have a lot of model kits, guys, because you can easily find extra polycaps. This one luckily is the same one that you need, or at least it looks like it, and it fits perfectly. So this is the one. Now since the foot, yeah, the foot actually is supposed to be the darker purple, I'm gonna have to go ahead and clip these, and I really don't know how much time I have left because of all these pauses and interruptions. Just gonna do it quickly, and it fits perfectly. Let me see. Yep. So guys, let me tell you this. This parts tree, this specific parts tree right here, you guys should recognize it. It's the one from Super Deforms. The heads have it. PC123, I think. Yeah, PC123. You get the ones from the 00 kits. This one particular came from the high grade 00. Number 1 is identical to PCN. So that's a little tip for you guys, alright? Of course, for future references. Plug that in. Plug that in. Plug that in. And you have the waist, or the lower half of the body. And, let me see. Well, if you look at it, you can't really tell that there are hollow pieces on the inner side of the legs. You really can't tell. Well, now that it's been pointed out, you know it's there, but you really can't see it. Let's attach the body, see what it looks like overall, and yeah, I like it. I really like it. So stick around, guys. The review will be coming up whenever I get the chance. So yep, catch you guys in the painting part, which should be coming up later on.